Well, Prime Minister, Deputy Director General, Mr. Fanous, thank you so much for this prize. I'm absolutely honoured and astounded that we actually got this prize, and there's so many, many thanks. But let me just begin by saying, as I did in the video, I do feel like an imposter because I'm not a medical engineer. I spent most of my life designing microchips for the mobile phone technology era. And even today, 5-10 years ago, 10 people had not even heard a 2 billion people had not even heard a dial tone of a mobile phone. And today, 5 billion people have mobile phones. But actually, 500 million people on the planet are type 2 diabetic. So we need to start applying this technology to healthcare, because we know how to consumerize it. Let's bring it. Let's make health personal. And that's been a real driving force. And one of the technologies that we developed, and this was with association with a good co-founder partner of mine, Dr. Thaksin Shinawatra, who used to be the Prime Minister of Thailand. He worked with me and my other co-founder, Maria Cavella, a geneticist, and we were able to create a complete laboratory in a cartridge. And what we wanted to do was to bring this to the consumer in a demystified way, to take the stigma away from genetics, to make genetics a friendly thing. Because I said, if my son, I couldn't have prevented his kidneys from collapsing, but if we'd known about it, we could have managed his lifestyle very, very differently. So prevention is so important today. So the UK government then approached me and saw that this is a consumer technology we can do, lab on a chip, lab in a cartridge. Let's apply it to decentralize this COVID testing. How can you test a mental health patient and wait 48 hours for a result? We needed rapid results out of the lab into the community to do rapid screening with PCR. And that's what we did for the UK government in this decentralized way. So what COVID has done, it's democratized testing. It's brought it into the community. And that's the only advantage that COVID has brought us, that democratizing. And as a famous writer, William Gibson, once said, the future's already arrived, it's not evenly distributed. So now we need to distribute these technologies, because this pandemic of obesity, type 2 diabetes, hypertension, blood cholesterols are all going to get worse in this post-COVID world. So we need to support it with the technologies that COVID has enabled us to develop. So lots of thank yous, as I mentioned. Thank you, Dr. Thaksin Shinawatra, Dr. Maria Cavella, the people at Imperial College London, and of course my family for all their support throughout this very, 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 very difficult 2 years. I'm forgetting the past 20 years. The last 2 years have been the most difficult years of our lives. So thank you very much for this award. Thank you.
Congratulations, Professor Tommaso, and thank you very much for sharing with us this exceptional research. We have seen that technologies, genetics are intimately linked, and that's also a lesson from the COVID. So thank you very much and congratulations.